What is up? It is I, main protagonist, and we are here today to go over a non-spoiler review of Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, that does not mean that there will not be spoilers for Endgame. I'm warning you now. There will be Avengers Endgame spoilers in this video, because without those, it wouldn't work out. Because of course, you have to know what happens in that to know what happened in here. But let's get on with the review. No spoilers for Spider-Man Far From Home. But Endgame, yes, spoiler. Okay, so this movie was breathtaking to me. I love Spider-Man. That's one of my favorite, Marvel comic book characters out there, period. And just seeing this Peter Parker, this Spider-Man, is just so refreshing to me. But in this movie, you could tell that this movie just wanted you to know that this is a realistic take on the MC, on Marvel, period. This MCU universe, this MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, just gets real life and mixes it with a comic book, because it's so realistic. Like, if this was really happening in like our time, in our world, because due to the death of Iron Man, it's affecting everyone, because he was such a big role in the world with the Avengers and helping people with technology, with funding, all that. Now his company is still there, but he's not there, so it's just a big impact on everybody. And who's getting affected a lot within this movie was Peter, and that goes on in this movie, his trauma and PTSD from the death of Iron Man. And I feel like this in this movie, it just gives you a feel, like it makes you want to cry with him. And it just lets you know that, like, everybody knows the story of Peter Parker, how he got his powers and stuff like that, and he loses Uncle Ben and stuff. So in this story, it just feels like he lost another father figure. So that's why it's stated that he is like having this PTSD, because he's lost another father figure. He lost Uncle Ben, and now he lost Iron Man, Tony Stark. And that's some tough stuff to know, and like how, if you were in that position, how you would feel. And it was hitting him hard, and he was going strong through this movie. So as we know from the trailers, he was going through it, but what he wanted to do was get a lot of this off his mind. So he decided to try to be normal and go on a trip vacation with his friends and his school and stuff like that. And he can't, like, there's no way that he could live a normal life. So stuff is just throwing back at him. His aunt saw that he forgot his uniform, and so packed it in his bag, so he couldn't escape it. And then, everybody knows Nick Fury magically just found him, so there's no way that he could just forget about anything. Even though it haunts him, because he wants to take a break due to this loss. A lot of people do want to just go away from what's bothering them, and having his Spider-Man suit that Iron Man made for him is what's, he's wearing what he's given him, so it's a reminder. So throughout this movie, it's just a whole bunch of jam-packed just excitement. And so it was a few jokes here and there. Like, of course, Spider-Man's funny to me. I like corny jokes. A lot of people were saying that the jokes were pretty corny and like dry. I still laughed. I'm not gonna lie. I must be corny, because I don't know. I'm just a little jokester, and I just find, like, even if it's dry humor, I think it's funny, because it's a trying thing. But this movie is really exciting. Throughout the movie, goes like through personal, like how he feels, goes through what he needs to do. A lot of people are asking, oh, who's gonna be the next Iron Man? Are you gonna be the next Iron Man? And he don't know, and someone needs to step up. And as you know, that Mysterio comes in.
Mysterio. Cool name.
Coming from a different universe, he says. And in Peter's mind, he's like, oh, this guy is good with what he does. What if he's the new Iron Man and I don't have to take that responsibility? And you know, and when I was watching the movie, I'm thinking, he's thinking like, oh, this child is thinking, oh, I have to be the next Iron Man, and he's Spider-Man. Like, I understand there has to be like somebody to take a role, like, because there's always got to be somebody that takes the next step and takes a role. But like, this is a 15, 16-year-old child technically, and he's trying to, they're telling him, well, people don't know who he is, but you know what I mean. But other than that, the movie was good. Zendaya as MJ, not Mary Jane, but MJ, finding out, well, we all know this from the trailer, finding out that he's Spider-Man. That's pretty funny. Like, no, she's not the type of damsel in distress that falls for the old Clark Kent behind glasses type trick. Like, oh, I'm not Clark Kent. Oh, I'm not Spider-Man. Of course you are.
I am Spider-Man. No, of course I'm not.
It's, like she said, it was kind of obvious, and everybody in our world would think so too. But I digress. But the acting was phenomenal. Scenes were just fantastic. All the graphics and stuff. Music was on point in my opinion. The story was just great. Like, I just like the take that you put real life situations into a fictional movie. It makes you feel exactly what the actors are feeling, and that's how good this movie is. You feel with them. That's why I like this so much, because I felt like I was in the movie, just feeling the feels, just going through all the stuff he was going through, and it just impacted me. And so that's what makes a really good movie. Also, people assume that this is like the first movie that's out after the big Avengers Endgame movie, and that it won't do as good as that movie because it's going after a big movie. No, that's not the case. The movie was a good introduction into the Phase 4 part of the MCU, and it makes you just know that there's going to be changes, but at the same time it's going to get better. So I have no words to say to the movie. The movie was great. I loved it. I had no issues with it. I'm going to see it, I think, 2 more times. I know I'm going to see it again with the gang, and we're going to do our non-spoiler review. We're going to do our spoiler review on it, all of us together. I saw this one. I saw it by myself because I was the only one that was able to see it at that time and early. And I'm going to do I'm going to watch it myself again. Then I'm going to watch it with the crew, and we're going to do a spoiler review after the movie's already out. But other than that, the movie was good. I give it a 9 spiderwebs out of 10. It was fire. But like, comment, subscribe if you like this content, if you like this video, if you like Spider-Man, and I'm gonna catch y'all later.